Job was a prosperous farmer. He had thousands of sheep, camel and livestock, a large family, many servants. Job was upright and avoided doing evil. Suddenly Satan the accuser came before God and told God that Job believed in God as he was wealthy. So the testing of Job's faith began. God gave Satan permission to do so. Satan destroyed everything that Job had. His livestock, herdsmen, family and houses. Job still held on to his faith and believed in God. Then Satan attacked Job with painful sores. Job suffered in silence and believed in God. Then Job's friends and family told Job he was suffering because of his sin. Job still had his faith. Then God allowed Job, put him to the test to go through all these disasters. Job held on to his faith and still believed in God. Finally, God spoke to Job through a mighty storm. Job was humble and fell to the ground. The journey then ended. All who were against Job suffered and were punished by God. Job was more wealthier, had a larger family, herdsmen, and livestock. More houses, many children as well. When I was young, I was blessed. I couldn't ask for any more than I had. I was top of the class, achieved many distinctions for the subjects that I'd written. I loved sports. Sports was my hobby. I was in the first team soccer, first team basketball, and first team rugby. The reason I did all of this and achieved all of this is I wanted to travel around the world, become a pilot, and see what God had created. Suddenly, one morning early hours, my parents woke up. They heard a noise coming from my bedroom. There it was me. I'd fallen off the bed. I was jerking. Froth was coming out of my mouth. My teeth was clenched. I was blue in the face. Loss of oxygen. I couldn't control my bladder. This happened for about 10-15 minutes. My parents were shocked. They didn't know what the reason was. They rushed me to hospital. There the doctors looked and they said I had brain disorder, being epilepsy. Thereafter, everything in my life ended. I couldn't do what I wanted to. My sports was out, I couldn't do that either. My schooling fell apart. I couldn't concentrate. I couldn't remember things that I did. I had a poor memory. I lost many friends due to my health. People would look down on me many times and laugh at me when I was having seizures. I couldn't control my bladder either. Imagine how I felt. Imagine how I felt. It was terrible. I couldn't control myself. I went from doctor to doctor. The doctors just referred me to other doctors. I was on heavy medication. As far as I can recall, I think it was one stage, it was up to 20 tablets a day I took. But still, I couldn't be controlled. I was even referred to a dentist. Can you believe me? And another doctor said I should smoke. It would calm my nerves down. I was tired then. I surrendered my life to God. Doctors would even say, tell my parents I didn't want to go to school. I was only putting on. I was tired of everything, tired of my life. This happened for about 13-14 years. Until I heard that there was operations taking place in Vancouver, Canada, where they would operate on the person's brain who suffered from epilepsy or brain disorder. The doctors here in Gauteng said to me I mustn't keep my faith, mustn't believe in it, because how can they take part of a person's brain away? Nevertheless, the doctors here in Gauteng sent all of my records down to the hospital in Grooteskies, Cape Town, neurology department. A month later, I heard from the doctors there that I should come down and they can see what they can do. I was there for over a month. I used to get seizure after seizure, day after day. I couldn't control myself. The doctor said it was one part of my brain that had caused all the problems and was causing it, being the left temporal lobe. The doctor said they could cut that part away, but it might cause problems in my life. Nevertheless, they wanted to do operation there and then, and my parents said no. Can we rather do it a few months later, which was February the year after. We came up here to Johannesburg. The whole family got together and they said, let's go on holiday down to the coast. We were all there together, and to me, it felt as though it was a farewell. Everybody saying goodbye to me, that this operation wouldn't be successful. One morning, early as I woke up, I was tired of my life. I felt I was a burden to everybody. I walked down to the beach. I was going to commit suicide and take my life out. Took my clothes off, put it under the sand. I walked towards the water, the sea. I was just about to get into the sea, and I heard a voice clearly. God said to me, what are you trying to do? This operation that you're going to go through is planned for you, and it's going to be successful. Hold on to your faith. Believe in me. Nevertheless, I went back to the hospital in Cape Town, Grooteskies Hospital. That evening before I was going to have the operation, the doctors and surgeon came and spoke to me. They said it could be 50%. You might be paralyzed on the right side of your body, and it might affect your speech and your memory 100%. But it was up to me. Either I could say yes for the operation or no. I had faith and believed in God. I said yes, I'm going for the operation. It was about 5 o'clock. I came out of theatre. My parents were outside waiting for me. They thought I was a cabbage. There was no movement. The doctor said to me, move your right foot and your right toes, which I did do. The doctor said to my parents, there's nothing wrong with them. The operation is successful. The part of the brain that is removed controls your speech and your memory. Today I still have mine. God is a miracle working God. I've given my life to God. Have you? Have faith.